Hi, everybody. I'm DJ Foster, and welcome to the second installment of the Doug Woods Show, where we will take a weekly look at the world of Grand Valley softball with head coach Doug Woods. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to be back. I'm sure back in warm, inside at least, warmer weather. A good weekend for you guys, though. You went through Ohio, went 5-1. Great offensive performance for you guys this weekend. You hit .361 and averaged 8 runs a game. You're 19-4 overall, catching everybody up to speed. That's a great start so far. You got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, real happy. But as a coach, you always remember the dang games you lost. We lost a game that we had a lead in. But no, overall, the weekend we played very well, and we survived the weather. That was one of the coldest 6 games we've played in that I can remember here. But you know what? The other team was under the same situations, and we prevailed in 5 out of the 6 games.
Now, you start off the weekend in Columbus at Ohio Dominican. A couple offensive battles, needless to say. Won 12-7 in the opener. 27 combined hits between the teams. The balls were just flying all over the park. Tanya Calkins for you went 4 for 5 with 4 RBI. And then the second game, you won a squeaker 7-6 as Brittany Taylor had a walk-off RBI single in that game. Talk a little bit about the weekend, the opening games.
There were no pitchers' duels at all in that. There were a lot of base hits in that game, and we hit very well. We got the singles, we got the doubles, and we also hit a couple bombs down there too. So very happy about our hitting. When you look at it, pitching, we've got to get a little more consistent with it, and fielding, there's improvement to be made there too.
Now, you went to Ashland on Saturday, and Ashland was in the regional championship game last year, so this was a good measuring stick to see where you guys are this early in the season. You won the first game 8-6. You faced Ashland's ace pitcher, 4 doubles, 2 home runs off her. It really hit her well. And then you're up 5-1 in the second game. Get 2 home runs from Katie Martin, and she's pitching well on the mound. And Ashland scores 5 in the 7th to come back for the win. Talk about the split against the Eagles.
Yeah, Ashland's a very good team. You probably should be very happy with a split, but we had a chance to win too. Very, very happy on the first game. Their pitcher's a first-team all-league selection and probably is thought as the best pitcher in our league, and we hit her very well in that. And we hung on, got enough pitching on our end to beat them 8-6. And the second game, a 5-1 lead going in the 7th, you think you're in pretty good shape, but there's never enough runs offensively, and we struggled a little bit on that one. And even they went up 6-5 in the top of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, we had runners on and just could not get a key hit at that time after we'd hit the ball all over the park earlier. So that's how the game goes sometimes.
Then Sunday, you go up even farther up north, up to Cleveland, and you go near Lake Erie. You get 2 wins there. First game, you won 11-6. You had 18 hits. Every starter had a hit. You had 7 girls with 2 hits, and Brittany Taylor went 4 for 5. And then second game, it was all Miranda Cleary. She had 2 home runs, 4 RBI, and Hannah Santora pitched well with 9 strikeouts in the win. Talk about the sweep over them. Yeah,
the sweep over Lake Erie was great. The weather was not so good. We thought maybe it'll get a little warmer on Sunday. Nah, it didn't even hit 30, and there was a 20-mile-per-hour wind, so you just had to deal with it. And their field had taken a lot of rain, and the outfield was really sort of soupy out there. But as I said before, they had to play in it too, and we did. In the first game, we hit very well with that. And it was sort of a Miranda Cleary day, with the home runs that she had. But as you mentioned, everybody hit through the lineup in that game. And Andy Nicholson pitched fairly well and brought Katie in to finish that game off. Second game, we dug a hole for ourselves. We're down 3-0 in the first inning, but you're thinking, well, you hit the ball pretty well first game. Hopefully it'll go over second game, and it did. And a 3-run homer by Miranda Cleary in that game certainly helped, but put gray hairs on the coach because it got to 5-4 with runners on second and third in the 7th, and then Hannah did get a strikeout for the last out, and we got 2 wins out of it.
One area where you can notice a trend developing is the home runs. You hit 10 over the weekend. You have 33 already this year. That's more than all of last year. And unofficially, the school record is 43 in 2007. You guys look like you could be approaching that very shortly. What do you attribute all that to?
Well, I think you attribute it to coaching. It's got to be the coaching that makes those players hit home runs. Now, Dana Callahan, our assistant coach, has worked hard with our hitters. And the girls have gotten very selective to, not swinging at bad pitches, making sure they get a good pitch, that they do have a chance. And I think it's a mindset. I don't think if you talk to our girls, they're not going up there thinking of home run. They're thinking of a single, double. And if a home run comes, that's fine. So they're not swinging out of their shoes. It's good, solid swings. And we've got some girls that are fairly strong and can get that done.
Sure. I mean, Katie Martin has 13 home runs, Miranda Cleary with 9, but you have 6 or 7 girls who have already hit home runs, so it's got to be great to see.
Yeah, we're getting it down through the lineup. Brianna Taylor had a home run over the weekend, and that was great to see because she hit singles, doubles, can bunt, and then hit a home run. That adds more to that. So I think it's great. And I think Katie Martin also was walked 7 times this weekend.
Sure.
So, but when she gets a good pitch, she'll go after it.
Now, you come back to Allendale this weekend, and as long as the weather holds up, you'll be playing at home for the first time this season against Northwood. 4 games on Saturday and Sunday. Talk a little about the weekend coming up.
Well, we hope it's going to be a little bit warmer. It's supposed to be. Northwood had a good weekend. I think Northwood is 5-1 in the league also. So it'll be a good contest. They've got one pitcher that last year handled us one time, and another time we did okay against her. So it should be fun, and if it's 50 degrees, that'll be great.
Sure. Well, that'll be 1 o'clock start on Saturday and a noon start on Sunday as long as the weather holds up. So we'll kind of touch base again next week and see how this weekend went.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us today on the Grand Valley Sports Network. I'm DJ Foster. We'll talk to you next week.